Hello everyone, my name is Rochelle Innocent and I'm the founder and CEO of Project Purpose. Welcome to our channel. Our community is focused on fostering the intellectual and character development in children. We do this through our parent-child workshops that are focused on 4 themes: autonomy, self-efficacy, compassion, and self-concept, in order to cultivate grit, perseverance, and resilience in each child. And we are so thrilled to be offering one of the first of its kind, digital, virtual, and continuous learning environments, enabling parents and children to connect from all around the world. At Project Purpose, our overarching mandate is to renew and rebuild family, community, and relationships. Our different social media platforms provide us with an opportunity to have discussions on all topics that relate to family, community, and relationships with ourselves as well as with others, with a primary focus on mental health and education. More precisely, the ways that the institutions of mental health and education play a role and have played a role in our societies at large. These discussions and debates provide us with an opportunity to think critically about what needs to change within these structures for us to live up to our bold slogan: support, protect, and empower each child through youth-focused development, better known as leadership in juvenescence. We recognize that in valuing our children's leadership potential, this also translates as recreating and co-creating environments, both socially and politically, that will enable our children to thrive. Now, for those of you who are particularly keen on the topic, we also write thought pieces every other Sunday, and we actually just dropped a thought piece this past Sunday, so be sure to meander over to the website and check out our online content. Now, if it is the case that you are looking for a listening alternative, well, we're available on 12 different podcast platforms for your listening leisure, and we've provided you with access to the links in our description down below. Now, as is the convention, be sure to subscribe, hit that post notification bell so that you are aware of every time we post. And of course, if you like our conversations and you want to keep them going, like, comment, and share this segment. Let's get into it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another segment here on Project Purpose. For those of you who are new, we cover topics that relate to mental health, mental wellness, and education on a week-by-week basis, and today our topic of discussion is education. And on the topic of education this week, we're going to be talking about the education that starts at home, and that education involves establishing a baseline. So it's important that when we think about the pursuit of knowledge, when we think about being lifelong learners, that we give ourselves the appropriate foundations required, the fundamentals in place to enable us to continuously grow without limits. And I think that sometimes we hear without limits and we think that it's like a marketing sort of ploy, that there are limitations to everything, including the pursuit of knowledge. But I'm here to say that is not the case. But it's important that we recognize what beliefs actually end up being dogmas and dogmatic positions. And when I talk about a dogmatic position, it's a belief that roots you in a place that keeps you from growing and expanding beyond that initial belief. So the kinds of beliefs that we'd like to build as part of our fundamentals are beliefs that allow us to flourish beyond the root of that specific belief. And that can translate across many different areas and avenues in life, but you always want to make sure that the beliefs that you carry are beliefs that allow for revision, allow for building up upon them, allow for you changing position, repositioning yourself, repivoting yourself, and not being encased or entrapped by that belief. So I believe that the beliefs that are dogmas, or the beliefs that keep us encaged and in a box, are the kinds of beliefs that limit our growth and expansion, that limit our ability to really recognize all of the things there is to learn and know about the world around us, whereas beliefs that are enabling beliefs, and beliefs that are empowering beliefs, are the kinds of beliefs that allow us to grow, to flourish, to evolve, to pivot, that allow for movement, right? Because expansion, growth, learning is a very fluid exercise, right? And when we think about fluid, sometimes we think about water, and I think our growth and expansion is something that you want to consider to be a current. What you'd want to put in place as a result are just different factors that enable you to chart the course of that river, right? And consider the river, your growth, your development, just consider the current, the direction that you're going in, the fundamentals, just different things that you feel would enable you to continue that growth and expansion and keep you from finding yourself in a limiting belief. So a belief that keeps you stuck in place and really makes it difficult for you to grow or see the world beyond some of the parameters or the conditions of that belief. And that's sort of sure, without casting any judgment, without casting any bias or presuppositions, that when we think about the areas where we thrive right now, where we feel comfortable right now, that we're always thinking about, well, how do I take the beliefs or the general assumptions that come with being in this space, building community with these individuals, but frame them in a way that allows for my continuous growth, evolution, and expansion. So I think it's an exercise that all of us need to take on our own. I don't think that it translates and looks the same for each and every one of us, but you're really just trying to ensure that when you create a belief in your head, it's not black and white. It doesn't define your path in such a way where you aren't able to reroute or reposition as you see necessary as you're growing and evolving and taking in new information, as you're becoming more aware and more open to the information that is just present and available in the world around us. So that's really what I wanted to come on here and talk about. I really want to talk about building the appropriate foundation, ensuring that you have the foundation in place to continually grow and evolve. And again, this is something that we want to do and accomplish in our formative years. We want to impart on the children that we're looking after, but it's something that we can do at any point, any stage in our lives, and there is always a business case to do it. So that was it for today, but definitely not all. There's so much more that we can cover on this topic. But before letting you go, I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that we will be going live at least twice a month, every month for the foreseeable future on our Facebook page. So definitely be sure to tune in. Now, these events are paid events, so if you do see yourself participating in our community on an ongoing basis, then I do suggest that you take a look at one of our package plans. Yeah, so we do offer package plans over and above these live events, as well as access to webinars and workshops that really focus on that self-mastery as part of these different membership opportunities. So definitely be sure to be on the lookout for that. Now, if it is the pricing that you're concerned of, please don't be. We just incorporated a new payment solution, Afterpay, that gives us the opportunity to allow you to make 4 installments in a period of 6 weeks, enabling you to be part of our game changer community, participate in the growth and evolution of what it is we're trying to bring about, which is really a skill-based focus on deriving more meaning and fulfillment out of life. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to chatting with all of you very soon. We'll talk to you later.